Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. What? Let's try this again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my Madonna piercing and my nose piercing. I've been wanting to get this done for quite a while. I had my nose piercing done before, but I thought I wanted to give you guys my experience if anybody's wanting to do Madonna piercing. For a second, when I did this whole thing, I thought Madonna piercing on this side was the Monroe piercing, but it's not. It's called the Madonna piercing, and then sometimes I ask the lady. But anyways, I will describe that whole thing for when it comes to the video. So, but without further ado, when it comes to this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell just so you know when I upload a video. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright you guys, so I just on Wednesday, Wednesday or Thursday, can't remember the days. On one of those days, I decided to get a piercing. A couple of my coworkers and I wanted to all get piercings together. I have always wanted to have a lip piercing back in high school. I thought the ring one down here was so cool at the time. I really wanted one, but I just never got it because I was doing sports and I was just too scared to get piercings on my lips. But now that I'm older, I decided to do it. So I did my nose piercing for a while back. I was like in my early 20s back in the day, and when I first got it done, I was like, dude, this is so awesome, nose piercing, yay, this is so cool. But honestly, I didn't know what I was getting myself into because I did look it up, but nobody was talking about how to take care of it. I mean, even though like the paper said how to take care of it, but it wasn't very thorough, and how to sleep with it, and not knowing about putting your shirt over your head and then getting caught in your clothes. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on when it comes to that. But overall, the experience was great. My first time, it didn't hurt. Like, just one little tear came down, and I used to really hate needles. Like, I hated flu shots, like anything that I hated when it came to needles. But when it comes to piercings, like, the nose one didn't hurt whatsoever. Just like a tiny pinch. Like, just a very tiny pinch for when it comes to me. Like, workers and I all wanted to get piercings, so we all thought, hey, why don't we all go do piercings together? So my coworker and I went to Santa Rosa in Santa Rosa Avenue, called the Avenue Tattoo. They were able to do all of us together, which was really nice. And one of my coworkers wanted the lip piercing, and my other coworker wanted her eyebrow piercing. So we all, signed the papers to make sure that, we're clear and we'll know what we're doing. And then we got back to the place to get our piercings done. The lady was so nice. She was so detailed when it came to her piercing. When it came to the piercing, she really wanted to make sure that the piercing was going to look good on you and make sure it was the area where she can really pierce it really good. So that was a really good bonus. The lady was very nice, and she was really dedicated to making sure that the piercing was going to look good on you, which was great. Came to my piercing. Now I got two of them done. My nose piercing and my Madonna piercing. For when it came to my nose piercing, she was all like filling my nose and making sure it was good and everything like that. They had to clean the area and do a little dot, and she said, now check it to make sure, because your nose is a little bit bigger and I wanted to make sure it kind of shows. I was like, okay. So I looked at it and then I was like, you know what, just wanted to tad that way. And she's like, okay, I got you. I'm like, okay. And then she did it, and it was perfect. Like, it was absolutely perfect. Now, for when it came to the lip piercing, she kind of felt my lips and to kind of feel where like the piercing was gonna be, which was really, really cool. Like, I can see that she was really making sure that it was gonna look good on where she was gonna put it. At first I wanted both of the piercing on one side, but she's like, you know, in my experience, I like having my piercings equal to each other, because, you know, you don't want to have one face like all pierced and the other not, you know. And I was like, oh, that's, you know, that's a you know, good decent tidbit. So, because I really wanted to have on this size, but it really looks good on the way how it is. But when it came to the piercing experience, she laid me down. For when it comes to the chair, it was so interesting. She took this paper towel and kind of ripped it and like put it over my nose, just in case something happens or anything like that, so precautions. And then when I didn't look at the needles, so I don't look at the needles. She's like, okay, breathe in and breathe out, and then she did it, and I was like, that's it? Like, that was it. Like, it didn't, I was shocked like at how much like that did not hurt whatsoever. So I was like, yay! But when it came to the lip piercing, I was really, really nervous. I didn't want it to show, but I like had my fingers, like, I like hold my fingers like this, and I was like holding like, no, I can't believe I'm doing this, I want to get it, no. Pain experience, it did hurt a little bit. It did a little bit hurt. But when she put like this thing in my mouth, I think it was like the tube or something that the needle pops down into, it was like straight, it was like up against my lip. So, and it was metal, so my lip inside my mouth like was irritated that it didn't like it. Like, I was like, what are you doing? Get the hell out of here, like, go away. So that was a little bit that was irritating. I don't know what it was, but it just irritated the hell out of me. And then I was like breathing in and out, like, you know, take deep breaths. And then like when she said, okay, are you ready? She's like, okay, breathe in and breathe out. And when I was already breathing out, I was like, she's like, breathe in. I was like, and it pinched. It really pinched. Now, for when it came to the bar, the piercing, since my lips were a little bit fuller, she did a bigger bar just to make sure that the swelling was gonna be, the bar wasn't gonna be overlapping for my hole. Cause I guess, you know, you wanna, for when it comes to the piercing, you wanna make sure that you have a bigger bar to make sure that the swelling will not swell over your piercing. So that was really a really good thing that she wanted to make sure, because I had fuller lips. So, and then after, when she did the piercing, she put the piercing in, she put the bar in. It looked so good. But the problem is that there's the bar, and then there's this metal flat thing, kind of circle thing, and it rubs against my gum, and it kind of hurts sometimes. My gum gets very irritated. So sometimes when it's just like I need to take a break, I'll like put my tongue against the piercing like this, so it can take a break from like rubbing against my gum all the time. And then the lady told me to, you know, after it can take about 2 weeks before the swelling dies down. So when it comes to the 2 weeks, you come back and then you get a smaller bar. The lady said that you want to wash your mouth anytime that you eat, or right when you get back home after eating. You don't want to touch your piercings, like, of course, like you shouldn't, because, you know, you got dirty hands. And also get a certain spray and get some soap, bar soap, golden soap. I'll give you the 3 things for when it comes. I'll show you when it comes to that. Usually for when it comes to, I will clean it with water. I'll clean my piercing with water, and I do a spray in a little cup and then take a Q-tip and swirl it and clean it again. And then I'll do the mouthwash last. You do 50-50 when it comes to your mouthwash. You do some half of the little cup that you get when it comes to your mouthwash. You do 1 cup of that, and then I do about 1 cup of water and a little bit more of water just so to dilute it a little bit more because I really hate the taste. And I let it swirl around for like, I don't know, 10 to 30 seconds, you know, not that long. And I just leave it like that. So far, when it comes to my piercing, it's been great. Once again, like the little bar thing inside kind of scrapes my gums, it irritates me a little bit. But my nose ring, you guys, has been like bomb and perfect. Like, it's not irritated, it's not tight. I think it's because I know what I'm expecting now, because I'm able to put my clothes on and be careful for when it comes to not having to get it tagged on the clothes, like my nose piercing getting tagged on the clothes. So now that I'm more careful about that, because on the beginning when I first had this, I was like putting it on and be like pulling it out, and I was like, oh, like it would hurt. It would really hurt. But now I'm like more cautious in putting on my clothes on, putting on my t-shirts, my sweaters. I'm just so cautious about it. But when it comes to sleeping now, I'm able to still sleep on my side. I like sleeping on this side, but be cautious about how I'm sleeping, about my nose and my lip piercing, which is really good. So I definitely, if you're going to get a Madonna or Monroe piercing or whatever's, just make sure that you know what you're getting into. Make sure that you're ready and prepared for it, and make sure that you know that it's gonna be irritating. It's not gonna be comfortable for a couple days, which is normal. Which is normal for any piercing. Alright, so I actually went and grabbed the things that I use when it comes to cleaning my nose piercing, when it comes to my Madonna piercing. I don't know if it's Madonna or Monroe piercing. I don't know. But first thing I do is that I always wash my hands. Wash my hands, making sure that I have clean hands. And then I will take the lady who was doing my piercings used Q-tips, and I thought that was a great idea to clean my piercing. So I definitely recommend to get, even for a nose piercing, I definitely recommend to get some Q-tips for maybe like anything around your face, because you're able to really get clean up in there. Or use your sea salt and clean it up or whatnot. But so the first thing I do is I get a Q-tip and I do water. Like I said before, I just put it underwater and just kind of clean that area to make sure it's kind of clean. Then I definitely recommend this for any piercings. For when it comes to it, I really think this thing is really great. It's just slowing water rush. I'll see if we can focus. Yay! And you can get this at like CVS or Walmart or Target. It's a very good spray. I really like this. So what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of in a cup, and then I'll take a clean Q-tip, I'll dip it in, I'll clean the areas around it, and then I'll flip the other side and do the other side and dip it in and then clean my nose. And that's really about it for when it comes to my, making sure that this thing is getting cleaning the area. And then my last one, this lady made me use this while I was getting ready to get my piercing done. So, you just take, focus, get it, yes. I'll take the cap off, I'll pour some in the cup, and then I'll pour it into another cup I'll pour that in there, and then I'll take some water and then I'll pour that in there and get a little bit more water in there, and then I pop it in my mouth and I swirl it around for a couple times, you know, 10 to 30 seconds, and then I do it again. I do it twice just to make sure that I use the whole cup, and swirl it out and spit it out, and then that's it. You know, it's simple and easy. I kind of wish I had this when I was doing my belly button piercing, because unfortunately that one got infected, and I haven't been able to get another piercing because it's still got a little bump. I need to get rid of it or go to the doctor's for it. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it, you guys. If you have any more questions when it comes to the piercing, feel free to leave any comments down below. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and if you guys want me to show you how to clean it, I'll be happy to. And yeah, see you later, guys. Bye. One more thing I forgot to say. I kind of tripped over my bed. But if you are worried for when it comes to sleeping on your side that you have your nose piercing on, my recommendation is to put a band-aid over your nose, over your piercing. Just those circles, those small circle ones. I did that the first time on my second piercing, and it really worked. My nose piercing was still there. The band-aid stay on, because I usually like to sleep on my side or sometimes kind of push my face against the pillow, and the next day my piercing didn't come out, it stayed on. I was really happy. So yeah, there's a little tip for you guys. Alright, now I'm officially leaving. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.